This is pretty good. So, as you know, Ilhan Omar the other day had comments about Barack Obama, which, you know, if you've listened to this show over the years, would not come as a surprise to you. We had plenty of critiques for Obama in real time. We had many guests who, particularly in the run-up to the 2012 election, who, and I disagreed with this perspective, but certainly we aired it on this show on many occasions that Obama was actually the more evil of the two evils because it was harder for people to understand the implications of his policies. Now, he moved to the left to some extent in his second term, but nevertheless, Ilhan Omar had said, we can't only be upset with Trump. His policies are bad, but many of the people who came before him also had really bad policies. They just were more polished than he was. And that's not what we should be looking for anymore. We don't want anybody to get away with murder because they are polished. We want to recognize the actual policies that are behind the pretty face and the smile. She talks about the droning of countries around the world on Obama's watch. The beginnings of the caging of kids at the U.S.-Mexico border. This was not a practice. Trump took it to a different level, but this was not a practice that started with Donald Trump. And the hope and change offered by Obama was a mirage. So people caught up with her. I guess it was Fox News, or who is it that? Not sure who caught up.
I thought it was Fox. I think it's Fox News.
And the question was that Fox News was trying to ask, like, oh, is Obama and Trump are the same? And it's I don't, you know, it's like, I think basically we have just a crop of younger, more savvy Democrats who are able, I mean, their politics is one thing, but it's also just sort of their ability to not be cowed in the same way that the older generation of Democrats were by the existence of a camera and a microphone. Like, there is not the same legitimacy offered to being on television or being in a newspaper. Like, the media world has flattened in some degree in terms of like what is constituted intimidating or prestige.
Well, it also helps when they don't have to equivocate, right?
Well, but my point is that's why they don't have to equivocate.
Well, no, it's
that's
also
why they don't
like
equivocate.
They're not doing this hypocritical dance of like, yes, you can have the things that you want. We would love to have single payer health care, but the Republicans won't let us, things like that.
Yes, but there is that does not explain why they are as free to say certain things which others might say in private. And here is Ilhan Omar exhibiting that.
Think that President Obama is the same as President Trump?
Absolutely not. That is silly to even think and equate the two. One is human, the other is...
Is it true that...
She's asked, are Obama and Trump the same? And she goes, that's silly to equate the two. One is human and the other is not.
Man, she's
Yes,
so
queen.
awesome. She's so great.
That's awesome.
Ilhan Bros.
And again, that's
Bros.
not the ability to do that in that context has nothing to do. It's not tethered to ideology. You've had outspoken, you know, Joe Biden in some respects is outspoken. His politics are garbage. But the idea of addressing something like that and being able to sort of just be that sort of fluid and unflinching because they don't care.
Well, frankly, though, on just like the pure media level, I mean, that is one of the highlights, frankly, of Joe Biden's career. Like, he helped cap Rudy Giuliani when he was like, he's walking and they stick a mic in his face. And this was definitely still a period of time where everybody was like, oh, that's Rudy, you know? And he just said, everything he says is a noun, verb, and 9/11.
Right.
And that punctured him. I mean,
Right.
like, that actually mattered. So it is.
And it's one thing to do that after you've been a senator for 30 years or whatever it is. It's another when you're like 6 months in as a freshman and you're being attacked from all sides and you're just like,
I'm going to go at Obama now.
She's the best.
She's my Khaleesi.
She's the best.
I'm going to appropriate all of the liberal feminist buzzwords.
all right, folks.